So thought I'd do a little bit of a trauma diary because there's about 1 million public holidays here in Australia. There was one yesterday to mourn the Queen, and there's one today for the parade or for the football grand final eve, and then that's tomorrow, which is the grand final, and then Sunday, and then Monday I think the whole of Australia goes back to normal, or even Melbourne. It just is a really weird kind of time. Everyone's sort of walking around not really sure what to do. Well, I know I am. And I'm not particularly having a good concentration day, so I can't read a book and I can't really watch a movie or any of those things that may help people when they're struggling with a bit of brain disorganisation. I did, however, clean my fishbowl tank. It really needed to be cleaned, and yeah, that was practical tasks today, I think, that don't need any form of concentrated brain power. I've just started pretty full-on therapy, and at the moment I'm thinking of things that will keep me present and safe in between sessions. I was just sitting here thinking about how many different things do help, but they don't all help at the same time. Like one day one thing will help, and on another day that thing will just be unattainable. So I was thinking of things that help me that are not in the usual scheme of things. One thing I really like doing is getting my hair cut. That always helps me. As the hair's falling off, I think of it as a new start, a new beginning. So that helps me. Another thing that helps me is I don't know. Things that help, but not always, are things like massages. But some days you just don't want to be touched. So there goes that one. I don't know, music always helps me. Animals. Quite often it's other people that kind of trigger or gaslight you. So I like to spend a lot of time alone. When I'm alone, I'm quite calm, and yeah, sometimes things in other people, they're not meaning to do it, but can sort of cause you a lot of distress. Like for example, if people talk too much, and you get overwhelmed, and they're not doing anything wrong, they're just talking. But that happened to me the other day, and I found white noise, the sound of waves, really, really helped, because I'm quite sensitive in my hearing, and you got to learn to be around people that talk a lot, because they exist. They're in the world. They're wonderful people, but they just talk a lot. I don't know if anyone else finds that overwhelming. I kind of had I had about 3 experiences in the last week when somebody's talked a lot, and it's just gotten to me. I just can't listen anymore. Yeah, don't know where I was going with that, but that's something that really gets me. When people just talk at you, they're not sort of having a conversation, they're just talking at you, and it's kind of, yeah, it's very awkward. I find it really awkward. What else? Like I'm feeling really creative, but at the same time have no idea how to express that. That's why I'm talking to you. I haven't got the brain power to think up something ingenious to create or to say or anything. Yeah, how's therapy? Right? You guys in therapy? Is anyone in therapy? I find it really interesting. And I feel quite raw at the moment, like all churned up. Nothing in particular, just all a bit churned up and stuff. And each week brings something different. And I shared my first tear about 3 weeks ago, and it was such a release. I hadn't cried about something that happened for about 5 years ago. And there was just one tear, and it just went trickle, 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 and that was enough to just exhaust me and make me just like, I felt really stoned or something, and I fell asleep for 6 hours. And that's something that really interests me, how that could be so powerful, just releasing that tiny little bit, because I live quite in my head. I'm not really a person that feels much, or I don't feel much often. I wouldn't feel stuff like on a daily basis or anything. I'm just more sort of all churned up and angsty, and sort of, I feel more sort of physical anxiety and stuff. That's what I suffer with. But everyone's different. I'm going to get, I think I've got some water here. Oh. It's over here. Today, though, I'd talk to almost anyone. I'm so bored. I'm talking to myself. I drink so much water. Anyway, it's not going to kill me. So what are some things that people do? If you can put in the comments, if anyone even watches this, it's, having high expectations. Just ideas of things people do. I really enjoy nature. The beach, or the beach is one of my faves. I like doing nature walks, but I like doing it with someone else, because I get a bit creeped out when I'm in the middle of the forest and there's no one else around. That kind of freaks me out. Whereas on the beach I'm okay, because it's quite open. Cooking's cool. I like cooking. Yeah, animals, art, music. That's me. I'm kind of, yeah, all the creative stuff. But lots of people have different things. Like some people run. I used to run when I was younger. I'm getting on a bit now, but I found exercise really, really helpful when I was a bit younger. And now going for a walk or something is pretty good still. I'm just throwing ideas in case you're as stuck as me. Sometimes I like moisturize my skin or something, like for self-care, but I'm not in that kind of frame of mind. And I can't think of like someone to call. Like, I want to be alone, but I don't. I want to be with someone that knows me well, so I don't have to try too hard. Do you ever feel like that? Like you don't have to put in that effort to be, you know, you can just sit there and burp or something. I don't know. And there's these dating apps, and I put myself up on one, but I don't really want to date someone. I just want to meet some people. I'm not sure how to. It's a strange thing when you get a little bit older. It becomes quite hard to meet new people. I guess it wouldn't if you're in the entertainment industry or, you know, something like that. But like for the general just person, it as you get older, it gets harder and harder to meet new people or people that you know, everyone's a bit shy or everyone's a bit wary through life experiences, or I don't know. I don't know. This is feeling good actually, to empty my head. I'm not a saint. I'm gonna vape. It's highly not recommended. But I do it. And I think, well, no one really knows that it's better than smoking cigarettes, which I gave up years ago. But yeah, I still vape. When I feel like this, I vape. Not the healthiest, but I'm really jealous of people that can lose themselves in a book. So I read about 10 pages and I just feel cross-eyed and like my head's going to explode. Too much information. I don't know, people must think I'm so weird because I spend so much time on my own. I'm like, what do you call them? A recluse. I see my neighbours when I take out the bins and, you know, see my support workers. I'm going to my mum's tomorrow actually to watch the football. So that'll be socialising. She's just got a new puppy. Oh, my sister's got a puppy, but the household has got a puppy. So it'd be good to see her. I don't know. This is what you do when you're just at your wit's end of how to manage yourself. I did, however, used to think I was just really different to everyone else, but the more you speak to people, not on a surface level, but have a deep conversation about things, you realise that everyone struggles and everyone's just trying to get by and do the best they can and work with what they've got. And some people are more further down the track of healing than others, and I feel like I've been working most of my life on myself, and I have come a long way in the way that I accept that I am the way I am, whereas before I used to want to change it and be like everyone else. But what's everyone else like, you know? Like everyone's, got their own thing going on, their own little mouse running on the wheel in their brain, and their own list of painful things and events and horrible situations and horrible experiences that lead them to struggling. And I don't know, I used to look through my eyes, I used to see people just living happily and, all together and relaxed, secure. But no, it's not true. So I'm here to say it's okay to not be okay. I actually find quirky, sort of fucked up people more interesting and fun to be around than the mundane. Those that seem to have just glided through life the way they should, easily. Yeah, that's what I mean. Those who seem to have had it easy. But even they probably have things that, money, for instance, like people with a lot of money, you think, oh, they've got it so easy, but do they? Like, they still have families and family conflict and expectations and pressure put on them to carry the family name or to, be pillars of society. Yeah, they got their own lot of stuff as well. I think it's about being like a sense of togetherness. Like, I wish everyone would just realise that we are all the same and we're all just trying to be okay. Like, I'm really fortunate that I came across this radio station, which I've known of for a long time, and my sister listens to it, and it's Triple R 102.7 FM or rrr.org.au if you want to listen to it on the net. And they're a really cool bunch of people, real non-judgmental, inclusive. They just want to, live hassle-free. or as hassle-free as possible, then the music's fantastic. I've yet to hear, sometimes I have to turn it off, but it's not very often. It's such a variety of independent kind of music, and some of the presenters are fantastic. I look forward to them each week. That's really helped me in the last little while. Yeah, feeling part of a community is has a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said for it. Because it's a horrible thing to feel alone, and like you're the only one experiencing what you're experiencing, because I don't think there's anyone that is alone in that. It's just a matter of finding your people. And if this video reaches one person and they relate, well, I'm done. I'm happy with that. If one person can feel that little bit less alone in dealing with whatever they're dealing with, I've accomplished something very special today. So I think I just had to let out a lot of shit in my head, as you may have just listened to. But the thing I came to about it all is that we're not alone. And even if it is a radio station or a TV show or something, a radio station it's more inclusive, I think, and you get to have a say, a community radio station. It's just inclusive of everyone. Like, it doesn't matter if you've got a purple head. You're still good to be there, listening. And even people that I used to not quite get what they were on about in their shows, I've ended up really warming to them, and I really I like that, because I tend to be a little bit judgmental and harsh, because I go on my intuition, which is always right, but sometimes I sort of don't give someone enough time to sort of show me who they are. I just sort of get a bit standoffish and think, I don't know about this. But yeah, I've learnt to give it a little bit more time before chopping it off. Sitting together. So much to say, hey. I just had to let the valve out of the top of my head. It's a beautiful world with crazy people. And crazy's not always bad. I'm going to head off. Let me know how this went, or any suggestions, or questions, or if you want to introduce yourself, or yeah, let's just hang. When you're at your wit's end and don't know what else to do, we'll just hang. I'll be back next time this happens, or in response to any questions or anything. There may be people like even that are therapists curious to how their clients think and feel and carry on about. Anything like that's welcome. I'm just completely open to it, because at the moment that's what I'm doing. I'm doing therapy in the hope of letting go of some of this garbage. Alright, cheers. Thanks for hanging. Bye.